Hello. Today I'd like to do a quick review of the Lewitt LCT-040, the small match condenser mics. So what I'm going to do first of all is just do some sound. I got these day before yesterday, so I wanted to see what they sound like anyway. So I thought I'd do a video on them because I was very interested in them, and I think there's a few more people that are interested in, I'm going to say low end or lower end, financially lower end microphones, but from what I've heard and seen so far, the performance is pretty astounding for the price point. So I've just got a simple setup, so you know what I'm playing. So if you've got any reference for sound, this is a Black Relight 21-inch Groove Ride, 14-inch Legacy Hats, 20 by 18 maple kick. So the mics are there and there. They're about 56 inches from the center of the snare, and they're slightly offset so that I can get a good stereo image, or as good as I can with what I've got here. So I'm going to play some simple stuff and some maybe a bit more intricate. This is not a playing demo, this is purely about the microphones. And then afterwards I'll show you how they come, what they look like. I'm recording this sound through the phone. The playing sound will be recorded through the R16 Zoom interface into Cakewalk. No EQ, no compression, no effects whatsoever. It would be a completely dry sound that you're listening to, so maybe headphones would be a good idea. So yeah, let's make a little bit of noise. So hopefully you can hear what they sound like. I have listened to these. I think they sound really, really, really good. I'm very impressed. I actually bought them from Thomann or Thomann, depending on how you want to say it, because they came with two mic stands as well, for about 170 quid, I think, something like that, including shipping. So I'm impressed with them. Once I get all of my in-ears out and everything, then I get a bit more light in here, then I'll show you how they come boxed and what they actually look like. So I'll see you in a second. Okay, so you've heard the sound demo, so we'll see what comes in the box. I've already opened this, obviously, so you get a nice box with all the relative information, QR code to follow on social media. So we have a nice funky pencil case for the mics, which is separated. That's a nice touch, and it's quite padded. You can see it's quite thick, that one. That's that. You have warranty, quick start guides. It gives you some sort of how things obviously work and some scenarios. So stereo pair, then XY, blah blah blah. Pretty cool. A lovely sticker, beautiful little sticker. I'll move these to one side, and then the microphones themselves. So, as I say, they are very dinky. They are very small. So we get the two microphones and two wind pop shields, whatever you want to call those. You get really good quality mic holders that actually hold it very securely, which is cool. Adapters, large to small or small to large, depending on which way. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to grab another microphone so you can see a size comparison. So bear with me a second. So this is an Audix I5, which is what I use on my snare, standard sort of snare mic, about the same size as an SM57. So you can see these are actually tiny in comparison, but what you get bang for buck, I think, is amazing. I think it's really quite incredible. Focus on that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so really well made. They're very light as well, so they're really well made. In Austria, I believe. So the Austrians have nailed it as far as these mics are concerned. I'm over the moon with them. I think they're amazing. Before I was using cheap mics. I don't have the. I do record for people, and I've recorded albums and bits and pieces in here. But I spend a lot of time making sure my drums sound good, making sure I'm using the right equipment, and so I can afford, and obviously post-production, and I can afford to, well, I can't afford to buy very expensive microphones is probably more the point. So these for me are amazing. They're a bit of a game changer. I'm expecting my level of recording to go up a notch or two. I've always had a decent bass drum mic. Actually, in the last month or so, I've got a bass drum mic which is up the game. Really amazing bass drum mic, and I'll probably try and do another review on that. It's the Behringer Boundary mic. I've always had decent mics for the snare. I've never bothered going over the top with anything. An i5 is fine. And whatever I've got to hand, I'll put on the bottom. Tom mic, usually a short tom mic. But the overheads are the things that always felt a little bit harsh, the cheaper ones. And also a lot of cheaper mics are coloured. The sound is coloured. The top end is coloured a little bit. Whereas these, from what I'm led to believe, they're flat. So they're not coloured in a way to give you a false idea of what your stuff actually sounds like. So these are pretty honest. So yeah, the Lewitt LCT-040. I think I call them an MCT, but these are the LCT-040 Match. I got these and two stands from Thomann or Thomann, depending on how you want to say it, for about 175 quid including shipping. So you think, oh, it's still quite a lot of money. I could get, you know, the Behringer ones or the cheap Samsung ones. That, you know, if you can afford it, get these. You won't be disappointed. I have been using Samsung condensers for overheads, and the difference is night and day. So yeah, I would wait and buy these overheads. As long as you've got decent overheads, the rest you can, you know, you can adjust, you can manipulate. But I've found, even though I had reasonably good mics, for the rest of the kit, the overheads were always a pain. The cymbals were too harsh. You know, you're always EQing cymbals, and then because you're EQing the cymbals, sometimes you don't get the sort of natural sound of the kit. So yeah, I would highly recommend these. So hopefully the video is not too long, but hopefully it'll be helpful. So catch you later, guys.